everybody! Short Final Fantasy stream gober. So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare. Welcome back to a probably shorter stream for Final Fantasy XIV. So we have leveled stuff up a little bit. Marauder is up to 37, so we should be high enough level to start doing a few more things. And it helps if I press the right buttons. We also have the volume not adjusted to the right settings. That would definitely help a little bit. Really minor change, but whatever. We have most stuff up to the 30s. Blacksmith is up to 25 and Goldsmith and Weaver are a little higher. Botanist is up to 42, but we're getting a little further along with some of these. So there's also something else going on outside. It looks like a wake, and I don't really know what to make of it. So let's head on out. It's not far from here. It should be just south where they held the other festival things. Yeah, see it has like the Final Fantasy XIV symbol on the balloons. And there was also fireworks that were going up that looked like the Final Fantasy XIV symbol as well. I don't know what this is. It said it would be going on until the 6.5 patch, but I don't know when the 6.5 patch is. I don't know what this represents. Do they do this at the end of patches or something? I don't know what this is about. I thought maybe there'd be a quest here, but there isn't. I'm looking to the past. We take solstice in the present and think of what the future may hold. That is the very essence of the Rising. This year, we have prepared a spectacular fireworks celebration. It is sure to enthrall everyone in attendance, even though we just had an event with fireworks. People living here are probably like, make it stop. We can't sleep. The Rising is a period of remembrance that commemorates those lives that were lost during the great tragedy that was the Calamity. We also pay tribute to the unsung heroes who risked life and limb that others might know a brighter future. And so the streets are decorated with somber trappings and the night sky is filled with vibrant fireworks. Oh, so this is like maybe a yearly thing? I did see this once in my last playthrough because I did have an active subscription around this time. So I'm guessing this is, it really is a wake for the fall of the moon of Dalamud. The solemn atmosphere and bright lights above may spur others to reflect on the doom portended by Dalamud. By doing so, they might give thanks for the present and muster hope for a brighter tomorrow. Lest you wonder, the observances are being held in Ul'dah. Oh, if you wish to participate, we invite you to pay a visit to the Sultanate. Okay, so that's going to be a timed event that is going to be in Ul'dah, I guess. Even this, I bet this person's doing the same thing I am. Like, what? 2 nightmares, yay! 2 nightmares in the room. Okay. So I might check out stuff here and then head over to Thanalan to talk to the Sultanate. See if there's anything to do with that. So where am I on the map? We can go over to blacksmithing. Because I have stuff to drop off. Probably gonna get copyright struck for the music. But oh well. Bring me a bronze spatha and a bronze spiked labrys. Until I have them in my hands, we're nothing more to discuss. These will require closer inspection. Inside, Smith. Get out of the rain. You made these weapons? I must confess, the quality is quite good. I thought you knew more than a Berthel's errand girl, but it seems I was wrong. Only a true smith could have made these pieces. As I rather suspect you are aware, a poorly wrought weapon can cost a man his life. Be it brittle, prone to blunting, or unevenly weighed, every flaw will serve to hinder its owner on the battlefield. Not so the spatha, well-tempered and perfectly balanced. It is a weapon to fit for a warrior. Hells, with a blade like this, even I could probably best a beast or two. And this labrys is a work of art as well. Simple, solid, and more than capable of cleaving a fishback in two. The sword is much smaller than I thought it would be. If even a relative newcomer to the guild can produce work of this quality, then my contacts will have naught to worry about. These samples should convince them of that. It seems you've saved your mentor's job. You just have the rest... Just leave the rest to me, Smith. There's nothing easier than selling an excellent product. Anything I need for here? Probably not. Because I've been making my own equipment. Should probably also open up the chat. Because otherwise I won't be able to see you guys talking. Whoopsie doopsies. Okay, next. Let's take on the next quest. For some of these, it might be easier to just get the rewards than make my own. Just the person I was hoping to see. You're a bleeding godsend, you know that? You'll be happy to hear that the tree folk were mighty impressed with them samples you made from that son of a whore. Even the shrew had to admit I'd done a good job. But who gives a damn about business, huh? You're here to smith, am I right? So be a good smith and whip up an iron-class cross-peen hammer, will ya? Oh, before you run off, I should probably mention that Smite Hammer isn't selling iron at present. Grand Company contacts take priority, see? And the shipwrights need all the stock they can lay their hands on. Oh no, iron. I'm all the way up to bomb ash, but okay. So you'll have to go get the iron on your own, be it mine or mine. I'd soon go to Hawker's Alley myself, but I ain't got the coin. And one more thing, I don't want just any iron cross-peen hammer. I want one melted with materia. We haven't gotten to the materia part yet? You know what materia is, don't you? It's like, I'd say like an apron I'd been using for years and years, got all soaked through sweat, but instead of sweating I'd take up a bit more, spiritual essence or something. That can have two different connotations, my dude. Well, that essence can be pulled out and turned into a staff called materia, which is sort of like crystal that you can attach to your gear and make it stronger and so on. Needless to say, I don't know how materia works, but there's supposed to be a Gobby who does. Name's Mudamix, if memory serves, and he's got a camp out in Thanaland. Track him down if he needs the proper guidance. So that I might be able to just create relatively soon. Cross-peen hammer. Oh, you know what? I would have... Did I throw it away already? God damn it. I bet I did. Initiate's hammer. Iron Rising Hammer. I would have had one already, I bet, because I had already forged one. Alright, smithing. Blacksmith's primary. Initiate's cross-peen, so it's probably a little lower than that. Iron cross-peen hammer. I need elm lumber, undyed cotton, and iron. That is really easy. Oh my gosh. Like, I can make that literally right now. Okay, elm lumber was the next thing. Okay, done. This is for some cotton cloth. Nope. I kind of wish we could auto-change classes when we are working on materials like this. It would make it go so much faster, but need some cotton balls. And cloth. It said cotton cloth, right? Needs... Yeah. Okay. We're fine then. I wanted to make sure it wasn't velveteen before I started. I have all the materials for that. I just need to know what I'm making before I make it. Okay, back again. Yeah, I've literally got, like, steel equipment on right now, so my stats are super good for making this. Probably really quick as a tutorial to help people with this. Occasionally you see how this little, I always think it looks like a foot, but this Tricks to the Trade button lights up. If you press this in between one of these whenever it's glowing, it will restore a little bit of crafting points. I don't need to do that here, I'm just showing it off. And if you get to a point where you have 0 crafting points and you have a couple of squares left, you have the opportunity to do Hasty Touch like this. And if it succeeds, it will drastically raise the quality, but it also has a chance for failure. It won't ruin the product, but if you have extra points, you can try to gamble them to see if you can get just a little bit higher quality. So let's continue with basic synthesis. So always try to light up tricks of the trade if you get the opportunity, even if it breaks your combo, because that'll give you a better chance for restoring enough crafting points for better quality. And if you run out of crafting points and you still have some points left, one more will do the trick, and you just need a little boost, try gambling with Hasty Touch. So anyway, let's make this. Let's add some, oops, crappy materia. Get it out of my inventory. Out of my inventory. Out of this house. Got that hammer for me yet? Don't forget what she needs, a piece of materia stuck to her as well. Any kind will do, but by the way, we don't have to be from an apron. Damn fine work as always. She's got a good heft, this one. The kind you don't just get with bronze. You'd tire quicker, of course, but the failing of the arm, not the tool. And even after you worked up a sweat, I reckon the cotton-wrapped grip would keep her firmly in your hand, where she belongs. It's common for smithies to make their own tools, you know. There's no better way of getting just what you want, assuming you're half decent. I, for one, have always made my own. Bugger me, though, I'm starting to wish I'd asked for for 2 of these, so I keep one for myself. You always could, I have the materials, just pay me. You really should let me buy you a drink sometime. You've done a lot for me, and I don't want you to think of me as ungrateful. In fact, I'm wondering if we ought to put your skills on display more prominently. Really show our potential customers what the guild has to offer. No need to fret about that for the time being, though. You just keep hammering away, alright? Take it from me. Do your best when your only concerns are the hammer in your hand, the vision in your head. Bragrot's blessing be upon you. You know, weirdly enough, he's actually not too far from my type, so sure, why not? Anyway. You've come a long way since you first joined up. Some smithies might be content to eke out a living selling cheap tools and weapons, but not you. You won't be satisfied till you're the best, am I right? And that's the stuff, always seeking to better yourself, I respect that. If you have no motivation, it's only a matter of time before your work starts to suffer. Your customers start looking elsewhere, folks start whispering your best days behind you, your wife runs off with the goddamn merchant. Are we getting a little personal here now? And next thing you know, you're just a poor old sod drawn into sorrows at the wench. But that won't happen to you now, will it? Do you need some therapy? I'm starting to think you might need therapy. You produced quality work back when we had to deal with them free folk, and now I need you to do the same again. We're after another big contact, see? There's a bloke in town who's looking to buy a boatload of steel, but he won't place an order till he's sure we can deliver first-rate stuff, so we need to send him a sample of our finest work. Now it takes a lot of skill to forge a bar of high-quality steel, but if you got the ingredients, you're halfway there. Saying that, it can still be a right pain in the arse. But I know you're up to the task. When you've made the thing, give the horse-son merchant from Phasar, so he can deliver it to the client. Higher quality, yada yada, I know how to make high quality. So, just a steel ingot? Okay, that needs bomb ash, and I was wrong about before. There is a spot over in Thanalan, southern Thanalan, with the Mihote tribe, the U tribe, where you can, mine steel ingots. Actually, I was wrong the first time. My mining probably wasn't high enough to find it at the time. You can get it from the bombs there by killing them, and you can also get it by mining. So you can get it from both. So let's make some high quality steel. Okay, let's do hasty touches just in case. Hasty touch does not use any of your durability, so keep that in mind too. So let's go again. That's me messing up and not realizing it's glowing. I do that a lot. I already am wielding steel, so that makes it really easy for me to complete this. A steel ingot. Did I not make steel? Did I? Oh, I gotta deliver it to somebody else. Like, did I make the wrong thing? Has my brain completely waffled? Just pour syrup on me at this point. We meet again. Assuming you're here to deliver the steel, know this. If it's not first rate, I won't present it to the client. Very well, Inside Smith. Oh, go inside, Smith. I thought he called me the inside Smith. I'm like, inside Smith. Do you have an outside Smith? Quite how you learned to smelt such excellent steel, I don't know, but I do know that it had naught to do with your wretched mentor's teaching. Hint, hint, this might be part of backstory. Harder than mere iron, yet not so rigid to be unworkable. I cannot have easily determined the exact quantity of bomb ash required to achieve such balance. Speaking of which, just how did you acquire the ash? Don't tell me you went and slew the violent fiends yourself. Sure did, before I realized I was stupid and I could just mine some that was left over in the sand. The markets are hardly a reliable source, I know, but risking death in a fiery explosion is beyond reckless. So's dehydration in a desert. What's the difference? Still, if that's not what took it, I admire your dedication. I suspect your forge master will soon be receiving some good news. I only hope he remembers to toast your name when he adjourns the wench to celebrate. Anything here that might be good? Nope. Let's go again. Let's go again. Been waiting for you to come and see me. Seems you've yourself an admirer. And I ain't talking about me neither. I'm talking about someone else. 'Twas only a matter of time before folks started asking questions about who's responsible for the guild's recent change in fortunes. You heard of Costa del Sol out in Bloodshore? Yeah, I had to dress up as a Power Ranger. Of course, that was where your new admirer lives. In case you don't know the place, it's a favorite resort of Old Oz, rich and famous. Aye, that's right, I'm talking about one of them. Asked for you by name, they did. Said they wished to commission the Great Bryn Nightmare and no other. This could be your chance. It ain't every day you get to carry favor with such wealthy, bleeding clients. At first I thought it was just Bygrod who was watching over you, but I'm beginning to think that the two-faced bugger Naldal might have taken an interest in all. I mean, he is my patron deity. Anyway, you'll do it, won't you? Of course you bloody will. You'd be a goddamn fool to refuse. You'd need the trouble of the bastard Phasar for the details. Oh, and though it sticks in my throat to say it, I reckon you should probably thank the Chocobo's arse while you're at it. He's the one who made this happen. I mean, he doesn't seem like that bad of a guy. Right? Not as bad as the armor guy. Well met, Smith. I gather you've heard about your commission? I trust you understand what an honor this is, as well as what's at stake. The client in question is a distinguished personage with tremendously high expectations. Should you fail to live up to them, it will reflect poorly on both you and the guild. As for myself, the last thing I need is a well-connected Uldalin telling his associates not to buy your products. Products I need hardly add, which I should very much like to sell. In short, don't fail. Now then, I believe I saw Miss Kuswib arrive a moment ago. She is our client's representative. Go inside and introduce yourself to her. She will explain the commission. Can I come in and out this way? I can! Some doors are fake. Actually, I want to zoom in on you. You are... Ah, you're Elvin, I think. I've heard a great deal about you. As you may have heard, my master was captivated by the tales of your exceptional craftsmanship, and I thought you indeed a candidate to undertake a commission of particular import to him. By way of introduction, my master's elaborate boasts the most spectacular gardens of all of Costa del Sol. Its many botanical marvels owe much to the efforts of our chief groundsman, who has nurtured them since he was a lad. The dear fellow has been with the family for generations now, and my master feels it's part time that he yearns of the faithful service to be recognized. And what better way to honor the tireless efforts of one's loyal servants than to present him with an exquisitely wrought example of the tool of his beloved trade? In short, my nightmare would like to commission a plumed iron hatchet for his first order. Know that anything less than perfection will be deemed unacceptable. I will trust you not to disappoint us. Just iron? Iron hatchet. I'm assuming that would be... Yeah, this. I need a chocobo feather, walnut lumber, and an iron ingot. Well, I have chocobo feathers stored away. Don't mind while I craft right in front of you. Okay, there's the iron. Just double checking. Botanists. Plumed steel. She wants plumed iron, so even easier to make. Yeah, walnut. Okay, walnut and a chocobo feather. We have walnut lumber, which is a little bit more of a pain, but whatever. Even if it breaks my combo, I tend to restore points just in case. Restore points. We're maxed out, so we can just make the darn thing. Level up. Let us go outside very quickly and fetch some chocobo feathers, because I already have some. I just need to go get them from my retainer. Hawker's Alley. Whoa, whoop. I need feathers. I have so many fish, it's not even funny. Feathers, feathers! Chocobo, feathers. Which cannot be a higher quality material, so it just counts as is. This should be really easy to make, so I don't care too much about... I have complicated feelings about this sound. I don't know if I like it or if I hate it. If somebody else was making the sound, I would hate it, but since I'm the one making it the sound, it's almost a stim and I don't know how to feel about it. They're inside. Land in the hot coals, why don't we? You have the hatchet? Sure do. My, though I count myself no exception in such matters, I'm sensible to this hatchet's quality. It's magnificent. Master Phasar did not do you justice. You are a veritable prodigy. Your hatchet is more a work of art than a tool. When I run my fingers along the smooth leathered grip and gaze upon its flawless sparkling blade, I find that I am moved. It seems a great shame to allow such a masterpiece to use for mere gardening. But tools are made for a purpose. Mayhap as the blade dulls and the grip wears, it will gain a different sort of beauty. But I'm beginning to sound like our chief groundsman, such a gentle soul. I'm quite sure that he will see the artistry in your creation. Why, it may even serve to inspire him in his own craft. You should be proud. On behalf of my lord, I thank you. Pray give my regards to Mr. Phasar. You certainly rose to the occasion. Expertly done. And it seems Miss Kuswib has marked you out as a crafter of outstanding skill. If her master agrees that with her assessment, this may well be the first of many such commissions. You have every right to be proud. I suppose your mentor will want to know what transpired. I swear, your talents are truly wasted serving that fool. You may tell him I said so if you wish. You're a damn good smith. You can do better. I wonder if in the future other smithing quests are going to open up in other areas, or if I'm going to return here after A Realm Reborn. I don't know. Ah, there you are. Well, tell us how it went then. Huh? He said that, did he? Cheeky sod. Talking like he knows what it means to be a smithy. There ain't no one as knows better than me, and I've only ever wanted what's best for you. I still remember the day you walked in here, you know. It was clear to me that even though you'd get a will of iron, something in your eyes there was. Something told me you'd give it all to the craft. Not for coin or fame, but for the sake of making something good. And that's just what we need around here, so don't let us down. Stick with us and we'll do right by you. Actually, I don't know. I'm iffy on that one. Oh no. I don't know if I'd actually wear it. Would I actually wear the beret? I'll take it because it's black, just in case for aesthetic purposes, but I don't know if I'd actually wear it. Because I lose perception points. Something evil's been brewing in my belly lately, I can tell you. Can't seem to keep it down. 2 minutes at the winch, I reckon. Could have come at a worse time either, with Phasar breathing down my neck. Now when it comes to the market, you'd never meet a tighter miser than old Phasar. But at the Coliseum, the man throws gold at fighters like water at a fire. They know it too, so they ask the patron for a new blade. And once they get their blade, now it's a bigger, sharper, shinier blade. Before you know it, I'm waking bells forging weapons for folk what ain't got arms enough to wield them all. Don't get me wrong, I'd gladly take the Whoresun's coin, but it ain't up to this time on account of my condition. Which is why I need you to make whatever needs making for my stead. Have a word with Phasar and see what happens. What, are you commissioning Gilgamesh? What kind of sword do you want? Yes. So, Brith'll send you to me yet again. I'm flattered he holds me in such esteem. As you may have heard, I have an eye for able warriors, yet within the proud arms and armaments, ability is for naught. Forge me one steel bouge of equal parts splendor and might, and you and Brith'l shall know the bounty of my generosity. But fail me, and I may be forced to reconsider my arrangement with Naldik and Vermelis. Okay, so technically I'm forging another steel bouge, I believe, because... Yeah, this one's mine. You can't have it. No, no game. We're making another one. Where is it? Why is it slow all of a sudden? My internet better not be crapping out on me. It's Marauder, actually. Steel bouge. We need oak lumber, 2 steel ingots, and an iron ingot. Alright, I'm gonna start with... because this might be a pain in the butt. Oak. 32. This might be a little uglier. I guess if all else fails, I can always just swap the weapons because I'll be getting a new one eventually anyway. We'll see. Breaks the combo, but I need the points. Breaks the combo, but I need the points. I've done the math. Okay, I got lucky with that one. Said I needed an iron and at least a steel. Let's get the iron. Gonna need more iron soon. And how many steel? It wanted... I was gonna say it probably wants 2. Yeah, even with good gear, this can get a little tricky later on. So you kind of need to be paying attention. Damn it. Okay, we're good, we're good. Gotta remember that I can do steel in one go now. I tend to forget that. Uh-huh, now it's a little trickier. Because I can't... Okay. I wouldn't be able to refresh after that, so... Now for the bouge. Just in case. I have complicated feelings with this noise. One steel bouge, make the greatest weapon you've ever made, then throw it away and make a better one. He's not wrong. I literally am doing that. What the hell? You've come with my gift? Excellent. Let's have a look at it, shall we? I demand nothing short of perfection, and you have exceeded my every expectation. A fine bouge I've never seen. A well-wrought oak haft with a solid steel blade, more than sharp enough to slice through sinew and bone. And we're wielding this against people in a coliseum? Many an Aurak's neck shall it cleave. I cannot wait to see it wielded. That is big, flying over whatever that is. Yes, the glory of the steel bouge you have forged for me shall be sung in the screams of all who stand before it. I see my trust in you was not misplaced, and I trust you have need of your skills in the future. What do we get? Ooh, we actually get something slightly better. Okay, this says control, which is good. But also, I lose my perception. I don't know. Boof. Yay, I think we're caught up on blacksmith. Finally. Must be level 40. Yep. Sweet. Okay. Hanaza, I think you're next. Ah, there you are. Tell me, were you able to prize anything useful out of Blanster? What did he have to say? Dampening the flames at our forges. A familiar refrain that stubborn old sod will never understand why his way is doomed to fail. Not that he's ever even thought to question it. If we choose not to press on our knowledge, all of our techniques and methods we've perfected over God knows how long are destined to perish along with us. Blanster bemoans dampening our forge's flames, all while advocating a course which would see them extinguished altogether. And that is why I will continue to expose all of our initiates to as many facets of the craft as I can, until such a time as I die or am replaced. I may add that you yourself stand as a shining example of how effective this approach can be. I'll not force the issue, but if you've made the perfect champion for my cause, that said, Blanster has apparently come to much the same conclusion. He submitted an order, thanks, and asked for you by name. The order is for a single steel ingot, but being the difficult bastard that he is, he doesn't want just any steel ingot, he wants an ingot of the purest steel, and that'll require extra effort on your part. Well, I'll not keep you any longer. I've work to do and the cantankerous artisan to impress. I should have just made 2. If I'm really pressed, I can just, I'll see if I can do it with my equipment on armor, which is not as good as blacksmith. Like I said, if I'm pressed too much, I'll just make it in blacksmith. Because they don't know the difference. What hammer I use to make the thing doesn't really matter in the end. Okay, fireworks. Really quickly. Yeah, there they are. So you get a chance to see them. Just like before, that one kind of looks like an eye. There's one that goes off towards the end that sort of looks like the Final Fantasy XIV symbol. They might be different appearances for different places. Yeah, deliver the ingot. I ain't one for idle chit-chat. Yes, this one I don't like. The other one's fine. The merchant's fine. It's this dude that's kind of an ass. The wait feels right. Let's head inside and have a look, shall we? But I want to watch the fireworks. Huh. I knew you're up to the task. I can't forge steel much prettier than that. It's common enough material, of course, and one no self-respecting armor should have any trouble working. But the quality of these common materials is what makes the difference between crafting a workday piece and a masterpiece. No matter how shiny you polish it, your work will never be more than mediocre if the stuff you make from it is second rate. Any road, I can see you've already learned the lesson. I swear, every time our paths cross, you're twice the armorer you was before. Thanks, doing commissions levels you up fast. And yet, Hananza has a talented person like yourself tidying up after bungling bloody novices, instead of giving you the freedom to master your craft. Makes my blood boil, it does. If our guild is to survive, it's got to be able to serve its customers' needs. Any bugger as doesn't contribute to keeping the roof over our heads doesn't deserve to work under it. I've not but respect for you. You're the kind of armorer this guild needs more of. But tell me true, are you really content to waste your career wiping the arses of Hananza's squabbling babes? Your talent's being buried under a mountain of mediocrity, and it's high time you did something about it. As to what, well, that's up for you to decide. Okay, I already have these. Alright. Level up. Whether I can probably take the next quest. So I don't know how far behind I am. Ah, a person whose name is on everyone's lips. In case you didn't know, the entire guild seems to be holding its breath, waiting to see which side you'll come down on. The popular opinion is that you're ready to take it up with Blandsteer. I have no such concerns, of course. Had you resolved to distance yourself from me, we would not be having this conversation. But that does not change the fact that your allegiance remains a subject of public debate, one which threatens the unity of the guild. I propose you dispel our colleagues' unfounded anxiety by demonstrating your affiliation in a manner that's none of doubt or dispute. Specifically, I would have you accept the commission of a valued client on my behalf. That, I think, would serve as proof of both my faith in you and of your support to the guild's present course. Tell me, how would you like to try your hand at crafting a suit of steel chainmail? The order comes from a resident of Costa del Sol, an extremely wealthy and discerning gentleman who will accept nothing less in the finest quality of armor. As you may imagine, his patronage is of great value to the guild. I hardly need to add that I would not entrust this commission to an armorer in whom I had aught less than the utmost faith. The client's maidservant, Nortweeb, will supply you with the finer details of the order. She should be in the city, conducting business at the Fisherman's Guild as we speak. Hey, 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's also check to see if we can... Yeah, slightly better equipment, which makes things a little easier. Are they not shooting off the fireworks anymore? Did the finale already go off? Let's see. Fisherman's Guild. Are they inside? They are. Oop, not you. Not you. You. Greetings and salutations. What an honor it is to meet another of Limsa famous artists. I'm sorry, a commission? Oh dear, there seems to be some confusion. I have already entrusted my master's commission to a veteran craftsman of your esteemed organization. You're acquainted with Blandsteer? His reputation precedes him, you see, and I saw little reason to doubt that the man of his experience could be assigned the task. Oh, but I do not mean to suggest that you, I merely sought to justify my own misapprehension. Regrettable though that situation may be, I wouldn't hesitate to shame your colleague by stripping him of his commission, given all the sterling work he has done for us in the past, I mean. Yet I can well imagine that you are loath to return to your superior empty-handed. Assuming the finished armor is of exceptional quality, my master will provide full remuneration regardless of the hand that forges the links. Mayhap it would be for best of all concerned if you discuss the matter with your fellow armorer. Ugh. Did I get set up to make something and then he says he makes it? Let's do... I don't have the princess trout on me. Damn it! I was gonna make that so seamless. No! Alright, let's deposit the chocobo feathers and grab some fish. Where are my princess trouts? And I did actually fish for these myself. I just went out and sort of fished a whole bunch of spots. Lure, where am I going? Fisherman. trying to fill that out. Like I said, I mostly just use the pre-made lures instead of bait. You tend to get most of the same stuff anyway. Even if most guides don't tell you you will, you tend to. You'll find the princess trout in the Nim River. Don't forget to take your crayfish balls. I just use versatile lures. You can lose your lures, apparently, but so long as you're, like, you don't actually miss the prompt for the catch, you should be fine. And, wow, I have soap, like, really, really, really stuck to my lenses. Like, no wonder I'm seeing blurry. Sometimes soap comes off my lenses, and sometimes soap does not come off my lenses. Depending on your perspective, you either rescued or abducted the princess. A prim and proper princess she is. She's ready as a royal coax for a feast fit for a king. The king can keep his fancy feast. Any fisherman worth her salt prefers her trout prepared simply. Sad like a surly, salty-mouthed sea hag. Hand her over here and heed how the cultured class cook. A fine day it will be when I take culture lessons from you. Besides, I didn't send Brenda out to that river to fetch fish for you. I sent her out to fetch a fish for me. For my lesson, that is. Of course, that was the purpose of the expedition. Anyway, you should have learned catching a proper fish requires perseverance, plain and simple. And this plump princess trout can testify to that. Continue to apply the lessons I've taught you, and before you know it, you'll be swimming in fish. Does that sound appetizing? And I probably don't need anything. I get some bloodworms, though. Let's just... Nope, money. Give me the money. Show me the money. I've been thinking, now that you can catch more fish than you can eat, it's time you've learned about the art of fishmongering. Normally, customers purchase fish that have already been caught, but a certain Kirin sailor has a penchant for freshness. Unfortunately, the fisherman who usually fills his orders have all somewhat ironically gone fishing, and so I turn to you. I'm hoping you can talk to Chucharoon over there, or at least listen to him. Chucharoon, the sailors. Sail of the seas. You the fisher person, fish the fish? Looking out as lookout. Chucharoon spots spots in water. Jumping silverfish jump. Flashing silver flashes. Chucharoon wish to taste silverfish taste. Chucharoon pay good silver if you fish 5 good silverfish. Well, Chucharoon has a way with words, doesn't he? Unfortunately, his way seems to be repeating the words silverfish. Only the most experienced fisherman would be able to decipher that nonsense. It sounds like a job for a while ago, but since I'm busy doing his job, rest assured that what he may lack in sense, he more than makes up for in nonsense. Since when is it civil to sneak up and scare your seniors? I suddenly suspect a Sissus Poo sent you to slit my stomach. That woman's well aware of my weakness. If she's going to shout about the way I shove down shrimp, she should know better than to leave them showing off on the shelf. Or is this not why you're here? Yeah, I have an equal penchant for shrimp. I love seafood. Sitting table setting aside, I bet you shells to shellfish. I know what the Kirin spied. If it was silver and sauntered while skimmering the sea, I'm somewhat certain that he saw a navigator's dagger. Daggers don't lend themselves to Laminson's liking, but the settlers of the southerly isles stir them up into soup stock. You can find them by the brewer's beacon. Snaring one is a slippery slight for a starter, but a flitting flick of the fire... Oh my god, but a flitting flick of the first for a fisherman with a gull's eye like you have. Now, daggers are drawn to decoys that dangle, so if you do yourself a favor and fetch some rat tails for them to flash their fins at. Okay, so probably need rat tails. You can buy those down at the market in the Hawker's Alley. One of the merchants sells them. But I'm not going to do that for the time being. I'm going to return to armor. That is the wrong button. Get to run all the way back. Well, if it ain't Hanaz's lapdog, I heard about your little show of allegiance. Suppose Norwib told you that I snatched a commission right from under your nose, did she? Huh. Oh, there goes the... I saw it on the preview. I got to see the Final Fantasy XIV symbol. Seems we got ourselves a thorny little predicament, don't it? Well, I ain't about to hand the job back to you on a silver bleeding platter, but that don't mean I want you to give up in either. Don't you see, this is the perfect chance to find out who's the better armor, to see which of us has walked the right proper path. I'm talking about a contest of skill. Whichever of us crafts the finer suit of chainmail gets the job. But remember, this bloke pays good coin for a reason. He wants the best, and he ain't about to settle for less. Now that he'll have to, of course, your armor need to be bloody flawless to be better than mine, so our mate will be getting his money's worth with whatever happens. Once you're ready, bring the armor back here and we'll lay it next to mine. We've both got our pride, so I reckon we could judge the results fairly for ourselves. Now bugger off. Rude. Okay, what do I need to make? Navigator's daggers, steel chainmail. It's this. 3 steel rings and velveteen. So I could probably get that done relatively quickly too. Cotton. Dew. Oh, I need more cotton. I usually make cotton as I need it, so it doesn't clutter up my inventory. Nope. Velveteen. As weird as it sounds, I might actually make the steel rings, I think it was. Yeah, 3 steel rings. Okay, I thought it was going to be 2. I might actually make them in... Oh my god. There we go. Can I make them in rivets? Ooh, can I not make them as a blacksmith? Oh, I was gonna cheat. Metals. Steel nails, steel rivets. Uh-oh. Going down to botanist. Okay, I'll make maybe the steel this way. It doesn't need 2 each. I read the rivets are probably exclusive to one. And then maybe the rings are exclusive to another. Not only am I going to outdo your armor, I'm going to outdo your armor right in front of your face! Okay, that makes 3. Yeah, because 33 makes a difference. 24 and 21. Ugh. Yeah, that's why. Ugh. Ugh. Because these are 34 and 33. What do we got? Armor, secondary. I need linseed oil. Maybe 35. I don't know what the actual... Maybe 33 if I make it. I need steel rivets and linseed oil. Just oak lumber? That's it? Detour! You get to watch me work in real time. I was gonna say I'm not getting any favors here. Could probably do one more. Yeah, see what I mean? So when this happens and there's no way for me to recover any crafting points, we have to sort of gamble. There we go, that one was a success. Sometimes too, gambling on this can sometimes cause Trick of the Trade to light up, so gamble again. That one didn't work, but it unlocked this. So that lets me use it one more time, and we are Gucci. Behold. Proper oak lumber, bitches. Okay. Let's make a doming hammer. Let's make this hurt less. And boof, better stats. Yeah, I don't have any linseed oil, but let's take, it's gonna be the regular inventory. Okay, sort. It'll be right here. Don't have to worry about the other ones. Place an armory chest. Return to armor. What do you mean, can't? Iron raising doming hammer. What do you mean I have recommended gear? Because I made it one more, didn't I? It's technically higher level, isn't it? Initiates, crossbeam hammer, blacksmith, weaver. Steel crossbeam hammer. Did I accidentally make a blacksmith weapon? Son of... Where is armor? Steel crossbeam hammer. I set it to the wrong thing. Did that really happen? Oh, and this, folks, is why... I'm just gonna get rid of that. This is why we hurt inside. I did, didn't I? No. I made a steel doming hammer. Because it came out to be level 34. Is that it? Am I 33? I'm 33. Okay, no, we did. It's just hidden in there somewhere. It is right here. Here it is. It's because it's one level above my use. Okay, we made the right thing. We made the right thing. It's fine. Everybody breathe. Ugh. Iron pliers are still bothering me, but I guess we're just gonna go for it. Smithing in the rain. Let's make another one of these, because I used one. I don't think smithing in weather conditions causes any changes. Just in case. Just in case, because I don't want to boof it. I'm gonna do it in here. Okay, change to armor. Steel chainmail. Let's go. Can't do that yet. I gotta make the rings. Okay, it is. Just one. This is gonna be kind of ugly. There might be luck playing a part of this. this first set should be okay. Say on the bright side, should be getting me experience. Like I said, I don't know if the weather affects crafting or not. So just in case... Now we can make chainmail. Weaving together steel chainmail with iron pliers. Gonna need to replace these pliers afterwards anyway, because it's gonna utterly destroy them. There you go. Here's your tunic. This person must be doing the same thing I am. They have an umbrella! Well, pressure too much for you, or have you finally finished putting that chainmail together? Right then, let's have a look, shall we? Bygrot's beard. Where'd you learn to forge links like that? It's bloody perfect. Raglar himself would struggle to stick a dagger through that steel. And look at that luster. Strength and beauty in equal goddamn measure. Hanaza should be praising the builder for dropping a gift like yourself in her lap. You won fair and square. I'll not bother to lecture you no more. I'll take your beauteous bloody chainmail to Norweave myself, and let her know it was you who crafted it. It's an odd tradition among us armorers, in case you didn't know. The loser of the contest gets the job of delivering the victor's goods. Are we sure about that? Gloat while you can. You just joined Hananza's at the top of my list. This ain't over, not by a long shot. I already have one of those, and it's red, so I don't want the red one. And I'm too low level to take on the next quest. So with that... let's grab our axe and see if we can find, potentially, MSQ. You know, give this episode a purpose. I guess I'm technically still doing plot with these, so it doesn't sound too bad. So many people with umbrellas. Is this like a new item all of a sudden? Ah, you found your way to the Hawker's Alley, friend. A Kieran who worked with the Druthers. Ah, you speak of Tetraroon. Related to that Kukiroon bloke just over there by some blood or another. Two of them put in together and we make a good coin. But Tetraroon up and left and Limsa's got not long to go. Couldn't say as to why or where. You're better off asking Kukiroon himself. He can be tight of lip though, so I warn ya. Best to take this chicken egg with ya. Little bastard loves the bloody things. Good to hear about old Busk though. Sounds as though he ain't changed a bit. Just like him to send adventurer along. Too shy to come to his own self. Gods, I miss drinking with that fool. Customer be welcome? Not customer. Come with custom? Kukiroon busy with business. Too busy for blather. Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time? Chicken egg? Kukiroon love chicken egg. Love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Tetraroon? Tetraroon no here no more. Tetraroon leave Linsa, Tetraroon go back to Sparklies. Now working at trading post. Good trading post. Forget where trading post is. Weinberg no Tetroon. Weinberg no trading post. Weinberg at ferry docks. You go to ferry docks. Kukuroon forget things. Weinberg remember things. You talk to Weinberg, not Kukuroon. Okay. Down by the docks. So I'd assume down by the Fisher Guild? Yeah. Tetroon? Huh, I've seen him. That is to say, I saw him. He was headed somewhere up north, by way of a ferry to Aleport. Might as well head there and see what you can suss out. The skipper here can take you there. When you arrive, I'd start by asking Adelfote. He's an old hand at what knows a great deal about a great many things. So where are we going? Adelfort. Warp. Or not. Let's actually... The ship's right here, dum-dum. Save your money. Save your gil. Tetroon? I saw him. That is to say, I've seen him. He took himself north through Skull Valley into Oakwood. Was looking for a place run by a fellow Kukuran. I don't know how to say that. I reckon he's meant the one right on the shore of the Bronze Lake. Memorune's trading post. Follow the road and you're sure to find it. This is our introduction to the Oakwood. Which I've technically already been to, but... Might as well ride a chocobo. I don't know if it has a crystal in... it does on this side. It doesn't on the side I'm going to, though. Whoops. When you're trying to control the camera, but control the map instead. I know exactly where he is. Ooh, and some of these are for my hunting log. I didn't realize when I went through here the first time. Because I came through as a botanist. And I need to get this sucker filled out for, obtaining my next Storm Captain rank. Yeesh, how many you need? There we go, hunting log for Marauder. Let's check that while we're here, because there might be more. Lower Lanasi at the Morby Bay, really. Western Lanasi. These aren't the ones for Maelstrom, though. These are other ones. Amagia, Eastern Thanalan, East Shroud, Upper Lanasi, and the Oakwood. So we need to get some kobolds. North Shroud, Korthus. Ooh, that's all the way up in Korthus. That's going to be somewhere else entirely. we haven't been there at all. So, yeah, we need to look for some kobolds while we're here, which are probably on the other side of this lake. Just ignore that. It's too high above us. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's just annoying because it's a boss one. Customer be welcome, not customer. Not come with custom. Bring something for Tetroon. Here's your scarlet earring that you dropped. Tetroon, forget this. Forget it, brothers. Tetroon swore would never forget earring, but never forget. For Tetroon thank. Tetroon thank. Good Buscarian doing good. Good Buscarian good to Tetroon. Tetroon miss good Buscarian. Yes. I wonder what these things, deity is. What primal they have. Good Buscarin helped Tetroon. Tetroon dead without good Buscarin. Must give thankies. Many, many thankies. Tetrun make urine fresh firewater for Buscaroon love firewater. Vodka. You help Tetrun make firewater? Need thingies to make. Need many, many thingies. Need quarter pup whiskers. Need 3 good quarter pup whiskers. Gigaroon has good goods. Good goods need delivery, but Gigaroon busy. Too busy. Have hotbox lunch. Kirin hotbox lunch. Lunch for Tonga Tonga. Tonga Tonga in Thano. Thalos. You take 2 Gigaroon. 4 Gigaroon. I cannot read these, dang. They don't English quite right. In case you haven't noticed. Okay, this thing minds its own business, so... Let's get the map back up. The corals should be up in here. This one, let's deliver the lunch first. Leave me be. I'm too hungry to continue my research, let alone receive visitors. This is a Kirin hotbox lunch from Memorune's trading post. How did you? Oh, thank you, friend. At last, I'll be able to hear myself think over the growling of my stomach. I was so eager to come study the fossils, I never gave any thought to how I'd make my meals. I've neither the time nor the materials to cook my own, so I've at the trading post has been a godsend. I'm always happy to be on the receiving end of a nice hotbox lunch. Who isn't? I know it's no easy thing making your way out to where I am. Could I use someone like you around here? How would you like to aid in my excavation? I do what I can on my own, but I need someone brave the more dangerous places, such as atop the bones themselves. Set out at my place and see what fossils there are to be found. If possible, I would prefer a variety of specimens. Oh, he meant that literally. What in the world is that? Whale? Ooh, it's a big sea creature, alright. This is the head. That must mean that's a tail fin. Because this is the teeth. It's got big teeth. Kobolds. Oh no, they were on this side. I forgot about you up here. So yeah, these are the lemurs that summon Titan. Or rather, their deity is Titan, I should say. Any more? They must need specific ones. There we go. Because they have different job classifications, technically. We need the Pikmins. There we go. Let's see if we can study some bones. They probably aren't going to fuss with me. I'm too high level. I'm trying to find the best way to navigate this. Round fossil. No, there's one over here. Was there? Wasn't there one on the fin? I can't see. Beans. Wasn't there one on the... Have I lost my mind? I'm gonna have to come down to go up, aren't I? Maybe it has multiple spots where you can obtain them. There we go. I could have sworn they had one on the bigger fin, though, too. Oh, and that's another thing. You can always jump from heights. You'll just go down to 1 HP if you do. So don't worry about heights, just worry about what might be below waiting for you after you jump the great height. So this is 23, so I'm not worrying about it too much. Thus we return. That was easy enough. Just find the front. It's the wrong building. I'm at the wrong house. Found something, have you? Come, let's have a look. Ah yes, these are fine specimens. The long, narrow bones likely to belong to some sort of giant sea creature devoured by Thalos. From the looks of it, I'd say that they were about the size of an adult Gubu, all told. And this round fossil, well, I've developed a theory as to why the shell of a parasitic organism. I found countless others like it concentrated near their remains. These are good finds, my friend. Both are testaments to the sheer enormity of Thalos. Ah, forgive me. We scholars tend to assume all know as much as our subject matter as we. Do you know the tale of Thalos? It is said that Lemain summoned the massive serpent upon the primordial dry, and from its belly it spewed forth the waters which became the seas. We have no proof the remains that lie here are the Thalos. Indeed, whatever beast this first came to be called that by virtue of its size alone. But I, for one, now dare to believe. It just may be that those bones are the divine serpent that brought life into the world. Or it could just be a really big dragon, just saying. Just because primals, I don't think, leave anything behind. Once they return to their aether form, I don't think that they leave anything, normally. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't remember enough. Hence why I'm recording, so I can actually stay in my memory. Tetrun make firewater for Buscaroon. You bring thingies Tetrun need? You brought all thingies! Tetrun make firewater now. Make good firewater for good Buscaroon. Tetrun start making firewater now. Good firewater take time, more good. You come back later. And get a free weapon of our choosing. So we learned a new action, Vengeance. Reduces damage taken by 30% and delivers an attack with a potency of 55 every time you suffer physical damage. So this, which we already have on our list apparently, is basically like counter-attack damage. Tetrun make firewater! Good firewater. You take to Buscaroon. Good firewater for good Buscaroon. Tell Buscaroon no drink now. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year make best flavor. Tetrun hopes Buscaroon happy. Tetrun gives Buscaroon thankies. Many thankies. You tell Buscaroon. Tetrun make big shop someday. Biggest shop in Eorzea. Make many sparklies. All things to good Buscaroon. Okay. I think we can go back to Limsa if there's nothing else we need to do here. I don't think there is, because I already got the kobolds. To Limsa. Probably just take the elevator, which is this way. Again, more umbrellas. No? Not where I meant to go? Oh, this is at the Shroud. Oh, that's wasted, Gil. My bad. I was thinking of the wrong bartender. I've got too many sassy bartender dads in my life. We got 2 in Final Fantasy, we got the 1 in The World Ends With You, we got the 1 in Persona 5. Not that I'm complaining. I will take all the bartender father figures, thank you. They are all wonderful. Oh, that's right. I forgot about you two. Ah, you've returned. Thanks for seeing Tetrarune's belongings to him. What's this for me? Kieran Firewater, so he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Well, that old... Ah, bloody hells. Who's cutting onions back here? He says to shelve it for a year, does he? Ah, that sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it'd be worth it. The stuff has an aroma and bloody unlike any other drink I know. It's gonna be a long year. What say you come back then, friend? We'll see if we can make it through this ball together. Those would be good a while ago, but alas, it's been too long. There was word while you were away. Sylphs were seen in the wood, but there's no land of their own. No, this place was not near here, a place we've known Sylph to come. Something must have caused them to venture this far. More than the missing Sylph elder amongst them. Here, I've marked the track where we sighted them on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. Let's see if there's aught to be seen. I guess not here. Let's... I already see the other sparklies. Must be all over the place. Yeah, they are. Well, it's not a Sylph. Potentially immature enough, but not elegant enough. This area, too, has like just an absolute ton of botanist harvesting areas. Well worth a look. If you think you found them all, you probably haven't found them all. They're everywhere. Just this playthrough alone, I've had to come through numerous times being like, oh, but I've been through here. I could have sworn I've gotten everything. No, I have not. Is the other one just gonna ignore me? Yeah, there you go. Wake up. Forget the firewater. You need some coffee, buddy? Didn't even notice I was here. Alright, head back to Bust-A-Move and see if he'll tell us where the Sylphs are. So, there was ought to be found in the wood. Then what did you come to? Garleans? In this part of the Twelves wood? Huh, first Sylphs and now Garleans. And all in the same place. It cannot be mere coincidence. Might be the Garleans are following the Sylphs, tracking them, or giving chase mayhap. But no, not this far into the forest. The whalers, spires are everywhere. Imperials couldn't have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hells could they? Unless someone guided them through. Someone who knew that the spires stand and where the whalers watch. A Gridanian traitor. Oh, you seem to know something about that, Mr. Elphilot. You perked right up upon hearing that. I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. You know I said that we might have a traitor in our midst, someone as we're aiding the Garleans? Well, I'm thinking I might have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who's to dine upon thin soup and sip his pint on accordance of not being able to afford another. But of late, he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Were he a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. And wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance, I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest, and I couldn't help but put two and two together. Suffice it to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us are safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Find him, and if he is up to no good, put an end to it. And him, if it comes to that. Your word of Garleans in the wood got old Buscarin by himself with worry. So I came up with a bit of an idea, I did. Might be you heard, there's a place near here to where poachers and all other manner of scum gather. They're no friends of Gridania, to be sure, but they're even less love for Garlemald. So I got thinking, why not ask him to keep an eye for any Garleans in the wood? Any of my enemy and all that. Can't tell which is which, so I'll just go for whatever's closest. Something around here? Oh, this is MSQ. Can you not see him on patrol? Be gone. If you have business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. Cause that ain't suspicious. What about in here? Where is... whatever it asked me to seek? It's not... oh, it's up there! Hello? Buscaron is worried about the Garleans in the wood, is he? Then the situation must be very dire. Very well, I'll see to it that the Imperials are watched with a close eye. I wouldn't even known you were up here. By the by, are you the Aura making a name for themselves of late, are you not? It's good to finally put a face to the name. Okay. So MSQ is one way. Wood whalers are... the other. This control setup will be the death of me. Not interested in your fates. I just wish to speak to the guardians of these places, wherever they may be. Hello? Are they up in the tree again? Where are you? Is there even a way to... it says they're around here, but I don't... down there, maybe? I don't want to jump all the way down. Oh, wait. Are you a person? You're the person! Garleans in the wood? Buscaron would not lie of such things. Nor, I think, would you. Worry not. The wasps are watching. Tell me, are you the marauder rumors speak of? I suspected as much. Many wasps are looking forward to the day that they cross paths with you, myself included. Until then, friend. Well, you know, thankfully, there's always that, PvP area. In case anyone's interested. I might eventually open up to playing with other actual people as well. I already have friends that are in this server, but eventually I might open it up to followers and stuff as well. Especially when we start getting into expert dungeons and stuff. Because doing that with a group of randos is painful. So how's the hospitality of our enemies? Left a sour taste in your mouth, did it? Pity that. They've no respect for the land or law, but they're not without their uses. Now they know who you are, and they ain't scared of them. Your name's getting known as of late, for better or worse. A lot of folk taking an interest in you. Though at best if you were looking for him before they came looking for you. And away we go again. Yeah, expert dungeons, ultimates, oof. Some of them are necessary and some of them are not. So it depends. Not long now. To think the patrol routes and the rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid men their worth. You? When did you... How long have you... Hey, help! Please, come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I am under attack, for this is just the most corny way. Let us tell of all our deeds, why don't we? Dude, this is a houseplant. Well, now that you've... your houseplant is dead, of all things to sick on me. How did you just... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. You know, some people just spill all their own tea. I has Chocobo. You cannot run far. How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough, I say. Well, I mean, you're the one being suspicious. It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm, I only wanted the coin. Says many people who commit atrocities. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. Am proud, but they don't provide. They just preach justice, honor, and duty. But in the end, it's those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes and took it. All I've done for money. Endangered myself, my home, everything and everyone I love. Why, my actions have put your life in danger too. Have you ambushed me with more houseplants? Better smelling ones this time, I hope. Though you did not yet realize how much, bloody idiot, did you imagine that you had cornered me? It is not I who is cornered. Garleans, I've brought the aura, bitch. Again with this, I wield giant axe. I can take men in multiple in a fight. Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavor. Such is the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, of remaking it, as we will in Gridania. So that is the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a feather bed in Garlemald, did you? You know, I really could do this by myself. I appreciate the backup, but it's cute. You there, Aura. You stand here at Old Busk's wish, no? Then you don't stand alone. I appreciate it, but I'm probably fine. I self-heal, I do massive damage. I create own shielding. Anybody else? There's one. It's you guys I kinda need to protect. they've added for this gives me big Crystal Chronicles vibes. They didn't have those a year ago, so they must be somewhat new. For crying out loud. Must I babysit the whalers? That's fine. Again, guys, I appreciate it. I do, but also, you're making it worse. I shield, I self-heal, I paralyze. Axe go burr. I picked this class entirely because I can solo. Anybody else? Oh, just one tiny dude in the corner. Feels like he was running away, almost. Sorry. Impossible. How did you beat the Empire's finest, and with bandits and poachers at your side? They're your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? But I know the answer all too well. Buscaron, it's his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I'm sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies, no more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There's something I would like you to tell Buscaron. Tell him that Laurentius, fool, says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. And right into a fate. Because, why not? Okay, how do I get from around the tree trunk? I can slaughter men en masse with ease. I get lost in the middle of woods very easily. No sense of direction, only sense for murder. 'Tis way of aura. This is why we live on step. 'Tis flat. It's like it's stuck in a tree branch. Only proving my point. Aye, Laurentius confessed his crimes. I just had word from the Twin Adder. Seems he marched straight to the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small, and as a young man he joined the Whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gridania is too big of a job for one man, and he came to believe that he could make a difference, that it was hopeless. There are few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drowned by the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that he could change the lot of his fellow man. He might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow, he'd failed to grasp the simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. Huh? He asked you to thank me, did he? Well, there's good in him yet. I just hope that the Adder's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave the fates to the 12. I have other news for you. The Sylph Elder has been found. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. His name is Phrixio, and he's the eldest amongst the Sylphs of the Solstice. Long has he represented the kind dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he is like a bridge between us and them, a small leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment. Any bridges are of no use if you don't know where they are. That is why it's so important that we find him. And there's an abandoned dungeon called the Thousand Maws of Toto-Rak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that Phrixio was seen, and not long ago, neither. If you hurry, I reckon you can find him. Walking ones, please help this one! This one needs help! Needs help to help Elder One! Poor Phrixio! Poor Phrixio! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your chocopose. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Nice and slow.
Elder One went to Toto-Rak, but has not returned. This one is worried. So very, very worried.
And you're right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking, entering that bloody death trap?
Elder One had no choice. Imperial Ones were chasing Elder One. Please! Walking Ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One now! Ugh, the fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Phrixio is our best hope of reaching the accord with the Sylphs. We'll lose him all. If we lose him, all our efforts as of thus will be for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. Ren, go to the 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak and see that Phrixio comes to no harm. Between man and Sylph rests upon your success. Which is not that far. It is going to be a dungeon, though. I remember that much. Not sure if it's one I can go in with NPCs. Probably. Not a whole lot of inventory space, but we'll go with what we got. By the order of the Elder Seedseer, the dungeon known as the 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak has been placed under control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside, and you're sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? God strike me down for a pure-blind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Toto-Rak is ordinarily restricted, but those are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. Toto-Rak is now accessible. Can we... Okay, we can, because it's story. So we just go in as is. The 1,000 Maws of old Toto-Rak. You enjoyed this one? This is the one with all the bugs and slime, I would think. The big spider. I want to say this is the one with the big spider. Well, I've already got the carnivorous plants. Sentient and non-sentient. I remember I technically did this one on another test stream for this game. Oh, thank you for this follow, SilverRyu77. We are currently doing some Toto-Rak dungeon crawling for the MSQ. First Spear Rydell, Toto-Rak Expedition Notes. Dangerous faunas encountered upon entering the cave. Calling as per mission parameters. Expect to encounter more as we proceed deeper. Of course, I don't remember everything about dungeons. Let's turn your stupid... I forget that turns off! Tank stance! Tank stance must be on! I saw them rush past me and immediately knew something was not right. At least they're slightly stronger enemies now. I need to get dungeons that actually match my original level, which is 37. Need to do more MSQ. Need to reach stuff that is my own level. To think, I haven't even unlocked warrior form yet. I'm still in my original marauder form. Because I can't unlock more until I go further in the MSQ. So yes, I'm nearly a level 40 marauder. And it feels weird. I'll just do small pulls for now, since it feels, I don't trust the NPC healer. do much bigger pulls in my own time, but since these are NPCs, I don't trust them. I guess if it's too bad, I can restore my own health, but still. That means I can only pay attention to one! Choose your battles wisely, healer. Make me prioritize myself. I can't prioritize you. That's the trade-off. I don't think I can use... Oh, I can't. I can't use my other skills in here. I'm too low level. Any treasure? Nope. Job upgrade quest should have opened up after Ifrit. Did they change it in this patch? They might have. It said I can only do it after I go further into this quest related with the Sylphs. So yeah, they might have patched it. I was told last time when I did the test stream for this area that they really changed like the layout of this dungeon too. I don't know what it looked like beforehand, but everybody was telling me that it used to look way different and used to have other mechanics present. So yeah, I'm doing this as of patch 6.4. Keep that in mind. Because I know you only need to be level 30 in regards to, like, taking on the mission. It's just that you need to get further enough in the MSQ, and I happen to just be really high level because of the materials and stuff that I have. First Spear Rydell, Toto-Rak Expedition Notes 2. Engage with the sizable fiend. Succeeded in exterminating, but casualties mounting. Must consider turning back if situation worsens. The old ones had mechanics where you had to collect motes in order to unlock the boss rooms. Oh, and the map was not streamlined, and it was easy for new players to get disastrously lost. We have a regular on-screen map, though, don't we? I'm currently looking at it. Did they not used to have that? Wait, dungeon seedling? Isn't that like a pet or something? It might just be a confectionery that you can throw up into the sky. Yeah, told that these puddings used to either paralyze or poison, that they used to be a real headache. You guys have the same mini-map, but there used to be a lot more paths and offshoot rooms. That must have been driving people crazy if they're trying to treasure hunt like me for certain outfits and everybody else is like, I just want to go along with the main story. And everybody else is like, but I want the treasure. Conflicting interests. I've already encountered that in my own level grinding times. Oh, there's another one hiding back here. Hello. Might as well just get rid of this really quick. Because this dude's way more damage. Eventually I know we can go through with level adjustments, so I don't have to be shot back down to level 27. I just know the experience gain and rewards are different. And of course, the good old-fashioned hard and expert modes. Anything in here? No. This is sealed off, but that maybe used to be one of the alternate paths. Eternal Shade. Potentially a better outfit. Since it's just me, I wonder if I can equip those already. Recommend eating food as it gives a small experience boost when killing enemies. It's a great dungeon for it. Maybe. I'm level 37 though outside of this dungeon, so I don't know if it would do much for me at the moment. I do have plenty of food though. Whether I have any on me is another question. This game don't really let me do the Genshin thing quite as much with the limited inventory space. Let's see. Anything I don't care to get rid of? I'm keeping the plums. We can use the trout. Since all things I think of a little bit. Boof. There you go, food. Technically a boss, but you know. Ooh, my stun does less each time I use it. It only stunned it for 2 seconds. Let me guess, the NPC is gonna use the— oh, I didn't see this going on back here. Hello, my bad. This is another thing about hanging with friends and doing expert dungeons with friends. Discord. You can just actually verbally talk to one another. You can yell at me in real time. You don't have to worry about not seeing things going on behind me. Yes, I know I can adjust the camera. That one's closed off. Anything? Nope. It's worth a gander. First Spear Rydell. Damn it! NPCs! Dynamite infestation confirmed. Scores of eggs on the verge of hatching. Beyond our means to deal with. Aborting mission. Subsequent parties beware. Part of me wants to leave you behind, just for that. Dragoon! Dragoon once again tries my patience. This is gonna be a running joke, isn't it? At least they programmed the Dragoon to simulate actual Dragoon players. Oh no. Hey, at least it's a different meme than usual. Congratulations, Dragoon. You now have 2 memes. Not just one. this one? Sorta. That's probably the end, so I'll save my praise for later. It's right on the other side of this wall. On the bright side, at least NPCs wait for you in the cutscenes. Ew, it's so mossy and squishy.
Darkness.
So the fact that your presence gives me a headache, does darkness have a scent in here too? The mighty slayer of Efreet comes now to me. With a countenance that bespeaks understanding. An intriguing power, the echo. I must needs choose my words with care.
Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last.
I mean, I was understanding it just fine before, but you do you.
I am Laha Brea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The echo.
Can he hear the other voice, or am I just, like, not paying attention from his perspective?
Yes. Yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Homie's summoning a giant spider. You really didn't need to inform me that he's evil. I think I could figure that one out. Okay, I forget what tricks this one has up its sleeve. Summon more. Come here. Come here, squishy bug. Pretty sure the NPCs are not very good with positionals. Why are you focusing over there? Pay attention to me! Huh, couldn't even provoke it, huh? You guys want to maybe not stand in the goo? Just a thought. That's the one downside of NPCs. They're not super smart. Alright. Group. There we go. Easy enough. It's all gladiator stuff. This isn't for me. Honestly, if it hadn't fallen, I probably never would have noticed the elder up there. Oh, finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, sinister one is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these of Little Solstice. Don't mind me just having a magic migraine. Again. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark's call, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all. Where is that accursed Ike in hiding? No sign of our wizened friend. I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramuh will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be reasonably good health when I last looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion, were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with a more important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead in one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Useless. We are so close to completion. I can fair taste it, but at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone were you right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright, that Lord Van Balsair's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it.
Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that the others taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced. Walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Noraxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones amongst the walking ones, there are good ones also. Does walking one feel unwell? This one would know. What brings walking one to this place?
To search for you.
Came to this one's rescue at Noraxia's bidding. Then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramu. Then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this restless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. This one may speak properly then.
Let us not hang with the spiders. They tend to be out for blood.
Then it is settled. This one accompany walking one outside.
And there we go. We now have access to Toto-Rak in our own time. Though it's still far below level for what I require. At level 38. But I digress. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. I don't right know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad that Phrixio didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go, tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure peace with the Sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends of Charlene and the Twin Adder both. You've done Gridania a great service this day, and earned yourself a place of honor at the Druthers. In so doing, be sure to come by whenever you feel like for a drop of cure and firewater. Hey, that needs to sit for a year. Don't you dare. It needs to age. Level 39. I told you with the levels. Say, friend, there's something I'd like to see delivered to the Sylphs of Little Solstice. This Azamia Rose Oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder, and a token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them our safekeeping to the woods. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together. And the 12's wood with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridanian and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. You again. You're back, and something tells me you've not come for a flagon of Buscarin's ale. All the better that. I've just overheard some Garlean stragglers was seen in the 12's wood, and you know they're not likely to be up to any good. Me? Why, I've nothing more to do than gut the Imperial Horsons myself, but I fear of other duties to attend to this day. We're counting on you. I am too drunk. He says he is too drunk to do it himself, so make me do it instead. Clearly man has never heard of Drunken Fist. Where are you hiding? That's outside the bounds. Can I go up and around this way? I don't think I can. Excuse me. Here we... There it is. It's under the bridge. So many of these I've had to look up. Didn't think to look down. See, this guy knows what I'm talking about. I appreciate you for validating my humor, but alas, you still have to die. Okay, next is... At least I know I'm looking for a purple spot on the ground now. I think it'd be... it is up on one of the rocks. I was just looking at the wrong rock. Saw to the Garlean dogs, as swift and sure as I saw to my pint. My duties, did ya? On behalf of old man Buscarin and me, compatriots here at the Druthers, you have my gratitude, and then some. What with you, miss... Oh god, some of this language, I swear. What with you and myself seeing to matters, I tell ya, no flogging a mead or Garlean troublemaker on or around these premises is safe. Sometimes I gotta squint a little since they over-abbreviate things. It takes me a second to process what the heck they're saying. In a way, it's sort of validating. It's like he's too drunk for me to really understand him, so I have to sit there and think about it. Oh, a gift from Walking One Buscarin? A gift for these ones? Such a lovely scent! This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One Buscarin and Adventuring One are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many Walking Ones are scary. Many Walking Ones utter many lies and much deception, but this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. Trying to move the camera. This one wishes to thank the Adventuring One. Adventuring One saved the Elder One. But this one must ask a favor first. Will Adventuring One bring 3 bottles of fresh blood? Oh, it is so cute. It asks me for blood. Is morbid favor, this one knows, but must have fresh blood from vile ones known as Gigas. Here, Adventuring One, take blood bottles. Use on almost dead vile ones to take fresh blood. But that's still either animal or human blood. It's technically not their blood. It's whatever they drank from. What are you up to? This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. Sweet innocent spirits of nature, and we demand blood of your enemies. I mean, it fits along with the idea of the Fae, so... This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are. We've been hearing tales of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, The walking ones who aided Noraxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. You do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? One does not mind. These misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial ones closely.
I mean, they came right into your camp.
But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled to Toto-Rak. Would that this one had not. In Toto-Rak, a sinister one, robed in black, tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black. Why do I have a feeling I should be more worried about that than I am?
Because you have one brain cell, Yida. We have encountered this before.
Elder Frixio, we've come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer. Can the fairies read? This one sees, so walking ones of Gridania, fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Levin, but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Garleans dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. The way they think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one well knows and respects Horned One Kanasena. Be assured, like walking ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one consulted against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled Little Solstice with all these ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. And this one said, these ones desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question, though in the case of the Sylphs, Ramu's influence had made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their followers back into the fold, a timely reminder of the challenges possessed by each primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Kanesena. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. That Sylph Elder is very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Was that a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it pinched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Sands. Oh my god, walking. And tell Minophilia all about it. Fear not. We will be sure to maintain the instrumental part you played in all of this, all while we see to that we shall appreciate if you would deliver Frixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together, let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait, Walking One Bren. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of one's appreciation. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted with his crystal. This one will now bestow the crystal upon Walking One as a symbol of these one's trusts.
The fact that you have that and it doesn't harm you is very interesting. Most things go mad when they touch this. Halfway.
Oh, this one was not mistaken about Walking One. Ah, magnesium flash, cannot see. Walking One is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times.
I mean, I think I stored it in some sort of alternate reality, so I doubt I can drop it.
Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would like to ask Walking One to watch Touched Ones. So long as Touched Ones are not troubled, Touched Ones will not make trouble. If Walking One witnesses Touched Ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. The ones mark down safe places to look out for Touched Ones.
So I take it I probably have to start looking in places. Yeah, I do. Okay. Use the empty bottles on weakened bugs. Weakened? Nope, that's where I need to use it on the bugs. I need to go further in for this. So how's my outfit doing? Did I get better things? Technically? Yeah. Yeah, careful in here. Stuff can get very high level very fast. Can it not let me do it here, or do I just have to... I guess if they don't harm anybody, I guess it's none of my business. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. Then don't poke it. Rule of all nature. If it ain't bugging you, leave it alone. Okay, that's back in Gridania. So let's head up to the Bramble Patch. See, at least Little Solus makes sense as to why there's not a crystal, because technically it's an area for a beast tribe. And there's one nearby. It's just that the Waking Sands... I know we have letters now, I understand that. The error of my ways has been corrected, but still,
Still, from a design perspective, it drives me crazy that the crystal isn't at the Waking Sands. I will not let this go. I will not. Okay, said I need to use empty bottles on weakened ones. Alright, Pokemon. Let's see to it that I don't accidentally kill it. Okay. Bottles. What do you mean? Oh, are these not the right ones? These are not the right ones. Swollen ones only. You can just die then. I don't care about you. Used to be these ones. Pardon me, I had the wrong bug. You'd think I could kill him and just squeeze, but you know. Follow the instructions of the quest, I guess. Cool. Honestly, it's about equidistance, and our Chocobo runs faster in here now anyway than it does in other areas. Courtesy of getting further along in the MSQ. Here you go, little morbid. Did adventuring one bring blood from vile ones? This goes here, and that goes there. Then stitch like this, then put that together. Done! This one has made a garment for adventuring one! It is enhanced garment. Will protect adventuring one from scary ones. You mean you? And as token of one's thanks, these ones owe adventuring one many, many thanks. Okay, look, I get that it's trying to say that we're making it out of, like, red dye. I get that. I'm not oblivious to it. I know how red dye is made. It's made from beetle shells, but this is not beetle shells. This is blood from other creatures, because Gigas in real life are parasitic bugs that eat the flesh and blood of other organisms, including people. So, awkward. Just take it from the Fae and be polite, because we don't wish to anger the Fae. Second. Probably do quick return to Gridania. Let's finish this quest and then I'm gonna wrap up the stream because I'm gonna have to go right no Chocobo in Downs. How far away is this? Not too bad. Ah, if it isn't Bren, how went the meeting with the Sylphs? I was sent at 22, so I'm not too far behind. A missive from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu. And so as long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder Seer will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs helped welcome the overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Back from the wood. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them has pained the Elder Seedseer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier. Bringing the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Yeah, let's do it also for everyone else as well. So, you know, all of humanity doesn't wind up screwed. Once again, I thank you. Had the science of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may have well led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minophilia. I believe she's calling me right now. Hello, can you hear me? It is I, Minophilia. Yida and Papalimo returned to me some while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with your tales and exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Waking Sands, and at your earliest convenience. I would appraise you of the present situation in person, so that I may send you cross-country all over again. Minophilia, you better be paying my fees. And I know I can warp. I know, you don't need to tell me. I know, but I'm gonna wrap up the stream because I gotta get going. So I'm gonna return to the inn. But here's the thing. I can warp back to her. She gave me the letters to warp back to her, but I still need to go on long journeys cross-country to get to other places for which I use the crystals or have to ride long periods of time on a chocobo. So, you know, it kind of all evens out in the end. Just saying. Alright. Getting the PGs. So this is where I'm going to be calling it for today. Hopefully get to more MSQ soon, and I know there's currently the Dalamud wake going on as well. I know I kind of forgot to get to it, but I got busy and then I ran out of time. So with that, this is where I'm going to call it a stream. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined, and I hope to see you all in future streams. Bye-bye!